Very good evening to my listeners and all friends wherever you are. I'm going to sing a prayer to Lord Shiva. And as I have said, this prayer is very beautiful. The singer as well as all the listeners may have very soothing feeling and may have uh, a lot of peace of mind and may have a lot of fulfillment of their hopes of getting blessed by Lord Shiva. This song is in Maithili, my mother tongue, and one of the sweetest languages in the world, as as uh, appreciated or commented upon by great scholars of the world, including some of the German linguists. बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी अपन नगरी यो अपन नगरी अपन नगरी यो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलो हमरो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलो हमरो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलो हमरो अपन नगरी अंगना बहारब बाबा घरो बहारब अंगना बहारब बाबा घरो बहारब आरो बहारब अहाँक नगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी अपन नगरी यो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी अहाँक नगर में बाबा गंगा नहायब अहाँके नगर में बाबा गंगा नहायब जल भरिया नब भरी गगरी आहे जल भरिया नब भरी गगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी अपन नगरी यो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी कार्तिक गणपति को राखलायब कार्तिक गणपति को राखलायब कार्तिक गणपति को राखलायब ई सब भांग रगरी रगरी आहे पी सब भांग रगरी रगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी बाबा ने चलू हमरो अपन नगरी. This prayer in Maithili in original seems to suggest that the bhaktas, the devotees or those who have faith in Lord Shiva's greatness, generosity, and grandeur, they appeal to him that they should be allowed to enter his kingdom, his heaven, his Kailash, and all kinds of services they would like to do to please him. They would be having Pavit Snanam, holy bath in the Ganges, which is supposed to be the holiest river for the Hindus. And this river is supposed to have been tied into the intricacies of the matted hair of Lord Shiva, the Ganges. All over the world, people know that there are the fairs, Kumbh fairs, every 12 or 15 years, and people from all over the world, particularly the Hindus, they come to Haridwar or other places where this Kumbh fair takes place or is organized, and then they have their holy baths in the Ganges, and they feel that they have had some spiritual opening. They have had some good time on this earth, and whatever they have done on this earth by way of worshipping the Ganges and praying to Lord Shiva and having a dip in the Ganges might lead them to heaven or might bring them salvation from the cycle of birth and rebirth on this earth. And all kinds of services the devotees are willing to do because they understand that Lord Shiva is very easy to please. They don't want anything from their bhaktas, devotees. They only want their bhakti, their faith in Him, and their sincerity and their willingness to be open to the universe, their willingness to work as much as they can. And Lord Shiva is credited with being very generous, very kind, and he blesses everyone, particularly those who are clean hearted and good intentioned, hardworking, and integrative in their attitude to the world, in the sense that all the creatures, the speechful and the speechless, are the creations of the Almighty God, differently named in different religions, and all religions essentially say the same thing, that God can be realized by good work or through good work. We should have compassion, we should have love, empathy, sympathy. We should have the the dare to get into hard work, and we should be all the time in positives so that we live happily and we continue to give something to this earth that gives us everything, that nurtures us, that sustains us, and that gives us all kinds of pleasure. And therefore, such bhajans, such prayers are very important in our lives. If people believing in different religions, if they understand the goodness of one religious ritual or cultural suppose event, then all people should try to get into that. If they think it is good, it doesn't have any side effects, it is not discriminatory, it is universally important for all of us to identify ourselves with the universe, and we should always be indebted to our makers, and we should always be humble, but we should always have the guts to encourage the good and to persuade the bad to be good and persuade time and over again. But if the bad satanic ones, they, as in the Bible also, in the New Testament, even in the Old Testament, we have many episodes, many stories where the two forces, the good forces and the evil forces, they live apart and they confront, and the victory always happens on the side of the good. But this itself is very irritating, that the satanic forces, knowing that they would never win, they would never have their way, they would lose their way, and they are sure to be defeated, they keep on creating troubles for the good forces. So that is something very intriguing, extremely irritating. Why should such forces be allowed to exist? There should be only good forces and good forces and good forces. People say that conflicts are essential for development. The conflicts are very basic to creativity and all that. But sometimes I don't believe all this. That if good people of different suppose levels they are there, then we don't have horrible things done on the earth or on any other place where life exists. Because you win ultimately, but before you win, you have lots of pain, lots of pain. You have lots of killings, lots of violence, lots of darkness spread all over. What is the use of that victory? They even say, and everybody can feel, justice has to be on time. The good has to be encouraged, the good has to be nurtured, and the bad has to be persuaded that it's not all right to continue to be bad. You have to come round and you have to be good. But even despite persuasions and all kinds of things done to them to bring them back to senses, if they don't, then they must stand to justice. They must be punished if this language has to be used. Otherwise, the world will always be in continuous conflicts, the sufferings and the killings and all kinds of pain, human beings, animals, nature, feeling, not good. So sometimes I sing to myself, and sometimes I feel like singing to other people also, provided with other people they listen to the prayers, the songs, and the bhajans patiently. If they don't like, they forget. If they like, they may try to sing for themselves and for their friends and relatives and all kinds of people if they come in contact and touch with. Thanks a lot. God bless us all. Baba for now.